Oh, for crying out loud. Don't touch me, I don't know you. Liu Yuan said you weren't answering your phone and were still mad. We were scared to death, so I made him turn around on the highway and come back. Quit pretending you don't remember me. I'm your sister-in-law. Yesterday you kept calling me sis at the family ceremony, and today you act like I'm a stranger? Everybody, you be the judge. His family blew through their life savings to marry her. She took 300 grand in wedding money plus all the cash gifts, and now she's running off without her husband or his mom. What kind of marriage scam is that? When I checked out, the front desk handed me 2 bills. One was 800 for my own room. The other one said 380,000. Ms. Lin, your husband booked 52 suites here for your wedding. He said you'd come by and pay the balance. I'm single. What husband? And there's no way I booked 52 presidential suites for a wedding. I've never been married. Whoever booked it can pay for it. You're Ms. Lin Wanwan, right? Yes. You've been staying in room 1806 for 3 days, correct? So what? Then there's no mistake. This is your wedding bill. Look, your husband even left a signed note. Honey, I'm taking the relatives home first. Don't forget to pay the balance. Liu Yuan. I don't know him. I don't have a husband. Ms. Lin, we only asked you to pay because your husband left that note. You booked all these rooms for a wedding, and now suddenly you're saying you don't have a husband? Come on. If he left the note, wait for him to come back and make him pay. Ms. Lin, whatever fight you're having with your new husband, please don't drag our hotel into it. You keep saying I had my wedding here. Where's the proof? Who contacted you? Your husband handled everything with us. He said he didn't want you dealing with the stress. I'm only here on vacation. I've never been married. Ms. Lin, you keep denying it. Is there someone who isn't supposed to know you're married? Maybe that's why you're so desperate to deny it? Afraid another guy might find out? Ms. Lin, your husband even left a note. We're just following the customer's instructions. You've seen this note before? Of course. I worked with him directly when he booked the rooms. Then show me his ID information. Ms. Lin, that involves another guest's privacy. Didn't you just say he's my husband? How is seeing my husband's ID a privacy issue? Ms. Lin, enough games. You're not leaving today unless this bill gets paid. Are you threatening me? I don't know this, Liu Yuan. Whoever paid your deposit can pay the balance. Ms. Lin, I'll be straight with you. Liu Yuan gave us your name and phone number. He said you were the bride. He'd drive his relatives home after the wedding, and you'd pay the remaining balance. He said you two had already agreed on it. We approved that arrangement as a courtesy. The wedding happened, the rooms were used, and now you're backing out? Fine, then tell me, when was the wedding? The day before yesterday. Which ballroom? The 3rd floor ballroom at the Shenghua Hotel. The Grand Hall, how many guests? Around 200. What color was the bride's wedding dress? How am I supposed to remember that? Didn't you say you handled everything personally, and you can't even remember the bride's dress? Can we hurry this up? I've got a train to catch. I kind of feel bad for her. She just got married, her husband disappeared, and now she's stuck with a huge bill. Feel bad for her? She just doesn't want to pay. It's 380 grand. Of course that hurts, but you can't stiff the hotel. Young lady, you've got to be reasonable. Your husband booked the wedding and the hotel. You can't just deny the bill because you two had a fight. Ma'am, I don't know that man. You don't know him? Then how does he know your name? Ms. Lin, everybody's watching. Making a huge scene won't help you. How about this? Pay half now and we'll contact Mr. Liu for the rest. Why would I pay half? I've never even been married, and you want me paying off a wedding bill? Ms. Lin, you say you're not married. Can you prove it? The wedding happened, the rooms were used, and now you think saying I'm not married makes all your responsibility disappear? That's not how this works. Fine, I'll wait. Wait for what? I'm calling the police. The Shenghua Hotel is trying to shake me down for 380,000. Ms. Lin, what's that supposed to mean? You think calling the cops gets you out of paying? We'll see what the police say. Ms. Lin, do you really think dragging this out is going to solve anything? You think making me pay 380,000 is going to solve anything? Ms. Lin, I've worked in this business for 8 years. I've seen every kind of guest, but I've never seen someone deny knowing her own husband over 380 grand. We can pull his ID registration, wedding photos, banquet menu, drink orders, and your check-in records. Ms. Lin, look, this is a copy of Mr. Liu's ID. I don't know him. Ms. Lin, then we'll wait for the police. If they say I owe it, I'll transfer the money on the spot. If they say I don't, you apologize to me in front of everyone. Ms. Lin, you're not leaving. What does that mean? Is Liu here yet? Ms. Lin, I already told you. One way or another, this bill gets paid today. Qian, what's going on? Qian, what's going on? Your wife's refusing to pay. Wanwan, enough. Come home with me. Don't touch me! Wanwan, I know you're mad, but I had to take our relatives home. My parents are older and can't handle the train, so of course I drove them. We're married now. All my money is on that wedding gift card. Pay the bill and we'll go home. Wow, that sounded really heartfelt. If I didn't know for a fact that I've never met you, I might actually believe it. Wanwan, don't call me Wanwan. I don't know you. See, Chen? I told you she was mad. Come on, Liu. You left your bride alone right after the wedding. Anyone would be mad. I didn't have a choice. We had tons of relatives from back home, and my mom insisted I drive them. Then you should have explained it to your wife. I did. I left a note and called her. She wouldn't answer. I did. I left a note, called her, everything. She wouldn't answer. Oh, for crying out loud. Don't touch me, I don't know you. Liu Yan said you weren't answering your phone and we're still mad. We were scared to death, so I made him turn around on the highway and come back. Quit pretending you don't remember me. I'm your sister-in-law. Yesterday you kept calling me sis at the family ceremony, and today you act like I'm a stranger? Everybody, you be the judge. His family blew through their life savings to marry her. She took 300 grand in wedding money plus all the cash gifts, and now she's ditching her husband and mother-in-law. What kind of marriage scam is that? She took 300 grand and now she's running? That's shameless. No wonder the guy won't let her leave. If she gets away, that 300 grand is gone. She looks all respectable, but turns out she's running a marriage scam. Mom, Qian, don't blame Wanwan. It's my fault. I couldn't calm her down. Wanwan, just pay the hotel bill. Even if you take the wedding money back to your family, I'll accept it. Just come home with me. Please stop being mad. Ms. Lin, look how worried your mother-in-law is. You can't take people's money and then pretend you don't know them. Just pay the balance and go home with your family. Please stop making a scene in our hotel. Make some room, please. Don't crowd the checkout desk. Sir, step back. You too, ma'am. This hotel is a public place. Whatever financial dispute your family has, keep it under control and don't disturb the other guests. Sorry about this, sir. 300 grand is a lot of money. My wife insists on leaving, so we panicked. Please cut us some slack. We'll talk her into coming home. Ms. Lin, right? Since this is your husband and mother-in-law, please cooperate and settle the 380,000 bill. If you insist on leaving, our security staff will have to separate everyone to prevent a physical confrontation or property damage. Manager Wang, are you here to keep order or help them trap me? 4 guards have both the front and side doors blocked. Your security team couldn't be taking sides more obviously. Why do I have no signal? This is the lobby of a 5-star hotel downtown. How could my phone have no service? Manager Wang, what have you been pressing inside your pocket? You're not just taking their side, you're actually running a signal jammer inside the hotel lobby. Ms. Lin, don't make wild accusations. The lobby is crowded. Bad reception happens. You ungrateful little brat. What's all this whining about phone signals? Trying to secretly tip off some guy outside? Give me that phone. Get away from me. Taking someone else's property by force is robbery. Go ahead, somebody try touching me. Give me the phone. You want to smash my phone? Dream on. Even if I'm stuck here all day, you're not taking a single thing from me. You're crazy. Why would I want your phone? I was just trying to stop you from doing something stupid. Oh my God, everybody look. This woman is trying to run off with our family's 300 grand, and now she's attacking her own sister-in-law. How is anybody supposed to live like this? You keep saying I took 300 grand from your family. Fine, let's settle this in front of everybody. 300 grand isn't pocket change. What bank sent it? Show me the transfer record. If it was cash, what did you carry all that money in, and when exactly did you give it to me? The money. Liu Yuan gave it to you. You couldn't even get your story straight on whether it was cash or a transfer, and you came out here pretending to be my family? Maybe she doesn't know, but you're supposedly my sister-in-law. You said I called you sis yesterday. So tell me, where did I get my premarital physical, and what are my parents' names? Stop twisting things around and changing the subject. You owe money, you pay it back. What does any of that have to do with this? Changing the subject? You can't answer basic questions about my family or the money, so what makes you my relatives? Because you can throw a tantrum in public and squeeze out a few tears? She's right. They can't even explain how the 300 grand was paid, and this sister-in-law doesn't even know the bride's parents' names. That's pretty suspicious. She's thinking really clearly. These so-called relatives fall apart the second anyone asks for details. Wanwan, how long are you going to keep this up? Mom's getting older. Do you really have to corner her with all these nitpicky questions? Deny it all you want, but we're married. That's a fact. You guys rehearsed this a lot, didn't you? Are you done with the performance? Ms. Lin, Mr. Liu is here now. Whatever issue you two have, talk it out. Don't make a scene at the hotel. You say you're my husband? Of course. When did we get married? The day before yesterday. Where? The Grand Hall, 3rd floor of the Shenghua Hotel. How many people came? More than 230. Were my parents there? Yeah, your parents were there and so were mine. What's my dad's name? You don't even know my dad's name? What do you want from me? I'm asking my dad's name. You supposedly married me and you don't even know what my father is called? Wanwan, if you're going to act like this, I don't know what else to do. I drove our relatives home and rushed all the way back because I was worried you'd be here alone, and now you're humiliating me in front of everyone. How am I supposed to face people after this? Sorry, everyone. My wife and I are having a fight. Sorry for wasting your time. Buddy, if your wife's upset, just smooth things over. Don't fight with her. Exactly. She's mad, just talk her down. You did leave your new bride alone right after the wedding. No wonder she's upset. Yeah, my fault. Wanwan, enough. Come home with me. Fine, you'll come home with me? Show me our marriage certificate. What? If we're married, there should be a marriage certificate, right? Show it to me. The marriage certificate? It's back home. Which home? At my parents' place. Have your dad take a picture and send it. Ms. Lin, the marriage certificate can wait. The priority right now is paying the balance. Mr. Liu came all the way back here, and he's clearly trying to work this out. The card with the wedding money is in your car, right? Want me to go get it with you? I don't know him. They're trying to abduct me. Somebody help me. She's still throwing a fit. Sorry, everyone. You've been planning this all along. Let go of me. How did the cops get here so fast? Clear the way. Don't let the cops see you. Move. Nobody move. We got a report of a possible abduction. Officer, they're all working together. They're scammers. There was also a security manager named Wang Hui who had every exit blocked. Let go, I said let go. Officer, hello, I'm the one who called. I don't know this man. He forcibly restricted my movement and tried to drag me out of the hotel without my consent. What's your name, and what's your relationship to this woman? Officer, this is a misunderstanding. That's my wife, Lin Wanwan. We just had our wedding here 2 days ago. She's upset with me. You know how people say things they don't mean when they're angry. Sorry we had to get you involved. I don't know him, and I definitely didn't marry him. I'm here on vacation, and I've been staying alone for 3 days. When I checked out, the front desk hit me with a $380,000 wedding bill and demanded I pay it. Then they helped him try to drag me away. Officer, we run a legitimate business. Why would we extort anyone? Mr. Liu booked 52 suites for the wedding, and the organizer information listed Ms. Lin's name and phone number. Shen, the system shows only 2 rooms were actually occupied. Shut up! The wedding happened, the rooms were used, and then the couple had a fight. Now she's angry and refuses to pay. Our employees can't possibly cover a $380,000 shortfall ourselves. For a reservation and bill this large, did you verify that these two were legally married? Verify? Mr. Liu gave us a copy of his ID and Ms. Lin's information matched. I asked whether you verified a legal marriage. Did he show you a marriage certificate? What gave you the right to assume everything he said was true? Officer, look, these are the messages between me and my wife. How could we not be married? Who's this pinned contact called Wanwan, my wife? Honey, that wedding wore me out. I never sent that. Officer, this is absolutely fake. That's not my account, and this man isn't even in my contacts. Officer, it's her private account. Her main account has too many coworkers and clients, so she created this one just for the 2 of us. Wanwan, you're mad because I kept the wedding money on the card instead of giving it to you. Fine, I admit that. But you can't pretend your private account doesn't exist too. Do you really have to air all our dirty laundry in public? That guy even knows about her private account and the wedding money. Maybe they really are a married couple fighting. People these days are wild. She has the wedding, spends the night with him, and then claims she doesn't know the guy. Now she's treating a police call like a joke. Yeah, the guy came all the way back here and now his own wife is accusing him of abducting her. That's rough. Why are you deciding who's right based on one guy's performance? Just because he plays the innocent, devoted husband, everyone automatically takes his side? Wanwan, just come home with me. You have a sensitive stomach, but you've been drinking Diet Coke every day. And even in the middle of summer, you keep the AC locked at exactly 26 degrees. How do you know that? We're married. Of course I know. You're also staying in room 1806, and the last 4 digits of your ID are 44-2. Right? I'm the only person who'd know all that. How much longer are you going to keep this up? The front desk could have leaked my ID number and room number, but my Coke habit and AC setting are private. He must have been following me, maybe even spying on what I did inside my room. Anything else you want to say? Wanwan, enough. Pay the balance and stop wasting the officer's time. Until we know what's really going on, stay away from this woman. Fine. Since you're telling 2 completely different stories, we'll look at the evidence. Front desk, pull every security recording from the Shenghua Hotel for the past 3 days. Officer, unfortunately our surveillance system had a server failure early this morning. We can't access footage from the last 72 hours right now. Our technicians are working on it. It just happens to break right when the police want to check it? The surveillance system really did fail. That's not something we can control. I don't buy that a major hotel like Shenghua has a security system this fragile. Oh, officer, this really was unexpected. Property management says there's physical damage in the 4th floor security equipment room. Save it for the station. Wang, send a team to take control of the hotel's surveillance room and secure the 4th floor equipment room. Even if the hardware is damaged, I want every bit of recoverable data pulled from those drives. We're dealing with 380,000 and possible unlawful restraint. This is serious. If we can't check the footage here, everybody's coming to the station. Officer, I'm not going. I'm really her legal husband. I didn't want to take it this far, but she forced me. Look, these are our wedding photos. We took pictures like this, and she still says she doesn't know me? Impossible. I've never taken a photo like this. I've never even touched you. Where did this picture come from? Whoa, they even have wedding photos. This woman can seriously act. That's crazy. They have wedding photos and she's standing here telling the police she doesn't know her own husband. Is something wrong with her? Look closely at the face, the expression, even the tiny mole by the corner of the mouth. It's flawless, but that body is definitely not mine. I know what this is. Officer, it's an AI face swap. An AI face swap? What were you doing, filming a sci-fi movie? Last fall, I took a trip to Yuncheng and posted a selfie by Erhai Lake in Dali. My head was tilted slightly, my eyes were squinting when I smiled, and my hair looked exactly like this bride's. Wanwan, are you so desperate to dodge this debt that you're not thinking straight? We took these at a photo studio last month. Officer, fine, she can claim the photo was edited, but you can't fake everyday details. We lived together in room 1806 for 3 full days. You're saying we lived together for 3 days? Yeah. During those 3 days, I moved the TV outward because of the glare. You also complained that the smoke detector's indicator light was too bright, so I stood on a chair and covered it with a plastic bag. That's a lie. If I hadn't been living and sleeping in the same room with you, how could some stranger possibly make up details like that? He even knows she thought the smoke detector light was too bright. Come on, that has to be her husband. Whether it's a face swap or not, we can test it. Officer Gu, I'm requesting a forensic analysis right now. I think this guy has done this before. The photo is definitely manipulated. The lighting on the man's face looks natural, but the woman's face is lit from straight ahead. Their shadows go in opposite directions. There are obvious pixel smearing and warping artifacts around her hairline. This is a textbook AI deepfake. You've never looked at me like that. Officer, I'll tell you everything. Lin Wanwan checked in alone 3 days ago. Before that, she and Liu Yuan had never met. I was 380,000 short of my monthly sales target. Liu Yuan approached me and said he'd give me a cut if I helped him pressure her into paying the balance. I honestly thought it was just a financial dispute. That's enough. Fake messages, an AI deepfake, and conspiring with others to restrict someone's freedom. Liu Yuan, right? You're in serious trouble. Wang, cuff him and take him in. Lin Wanwan, the police can protect you today. Think they can protect you forever? Ms. Lin, the suspect is in custody, but to preserve evidence, we need to inspect your room. Wait, Officer Gu, somebody's been in here. I always push my suitcase tight against the baseboard. Look at the direction of the wheels. That's completely different from when I left this morning. My toiletries have been moved, and there's water here that I didn't leave. During those 3 days, I moved the TV outward because of the glare. He mentioned the TV. Officer Gu, check the smoke detector. It all matches. Every detail he mentioned in the lobby is real, and it's not just that. Everything here matches Liu Yuan's story exactly. In court, that would be very hard to explain. No, this wasn't living together. He broke in, he was secretly spying on me. Officer Gu, look at this scratch. It's deep and rough. If someone were just adjusting the TV angle, they wouldn't use that much force. These are marks from a screwdriver. He wasn't simply moving the TV. Exactly. A normal guest would never start taking apart hotel electronics. Liu Wen deliberately mentioned those details to make it look like you two had been living together. He was trying to gaslight you until you broke down and gave in. But he got too clever for his own good and handed us the evidence himself. Wong tweezers. Ms. Lin, did you bring any repair tools or electrical tape with you? Absolutely not. These are bits of insulation from stripped wires. Someone was working on tiny electronics in here. Electronic debris. So while I had no idea, someone slipped into my room and installed something in the dark, right across from my bed. Call the front desk, pull the keycard access log for this room right now. We found it. The system shows someone used a keycard to open room 1806 at 2 a.m., 2 in the morning. That's when I'm dead asleep. A door that was supposed to protect me quietly opened. A strange man was less than 6 feet from me, watching me while he installed a camera. Boss, Song Kyan is still making excuses. She says housekeeping may have swiped in by mistake. Did you verify that with housekeeping? Yes, and they denied it. Night shift housekeeping has strict rules and doesn't go onto guest floors. At that time, she was resting in the linen room outside the camera blind spot, and co-workers can confirm it. Then the person who opened my door at 2 a.m. had to be Liu Yan. Boss, we found something. That's a hidden camera. What? I've been here for 3 full days, changing clothes, sleeping. He was watching everything I did. Boss, this device isn't online, so it can't upload live to the cloud, but it does have a memory card. That explains why someone came in at 2 a.m. Since it wasn't online, he had to come back in person to replace the battery or remove the memory card. Dispatch, send forensic investigators to room 1806 immediately. I want a full sweep. Emergency announcement. There is a fire in the building. All guests must evacuate immediately using the emergency exits. No way. A fire alarm? Why now of all times? It could have happened any other time, and it happens right now. Xiao Wang, secure the evidence bag. This isn't just a fire alarm, it's a diversion. Officer, get out. The electrical room on this floor is on fire. Toxic smoke is about to spread through here. Move! What are you doing? Ah! Assaulting an officer and grabbing key evidence. You're only making this worse for yourself. Xiao Wang, cuff him! Nobody steps 1 foot into this room without my order. We're done. The cops locked down the physical evidence against Liu Yuan. We can't cover this up anymore. Ms. Lin, you were incredibly brave and incredibly lucky. At first, we thought this was identity fraud built around social pressure. But now we have a hidden camera, unauthorized keycard access, and proof of a late-night break-in. The case has officially been escalated. This is no longer just fraud. We're looking at illegal surveillance and possible crimes against your person. That's terrifying. If I'd given in the lobby, I don't even want to imagine what would have happened to me. Ms. Lin, we have a new lead on Liu Yuan's identity. We found out he'd used other names before. He's done this before, hasn't he? Yes. A preliminary background check shows he has a record. He used a similar scam on 2 women in another province. And we just got a report from a key witness named Chen Jing. 3 years ago, she fell for the same fake husband scam. Under pressure from bystanders and Liu Wan's convincing act, she finally broke down and paid him. What happened after she paid? Did she get away safely? No. He took her phone and held her against her will for 3 full days. We're still investigating what she went through during that time. The worst part is, the case went nowhere back then because there wasn't enough evidence. If she was held for 3 days, why didn't she report him right away? Because he threatened her. Liu Yan had intimate photos of her and knew where her family lived. For 3 years, she lived in constant fear and was too scared to speak up. So why is she willing to come forward now? Today, Chen Jing learned Liu Yan had finally been arrested, and only then did she contact me. She said seeing you refuse to give in at the hotel lobby gave her the courage to finally speak up. Officer Gu, I'm suddenly terrified thinking back on all of this. For the first time, I realize I almost disappeared. Think about what happened in that lobby. If I refused to pay, he could have publicly claimed to be my husband and dragged me outside. If I did pay, it would have looked like I accepted his story, giving him even more freedom to use the key card and my private information to control me. I keep thinking about those stories online where men pose as husbands to scam women. Sometimes it's money. Sometimes it's sexual exploitation. Sometimes it's trafficking. Then there was the hidden camera, the key card that opened my door at 2 a.m., and Song Qian's creepy fake smile at the desk. Don't worry, Ms. Lin, we will hold them accountable. This goes way beyond a simple money scam. These people are dangerous. Ms. Lin, staying calm and fighting back gave us a major break in the case. Chen Jing's testimony plus the hidden camera is enough to seriously hurt Liu Yuan's defense. But there's one more key piece we still need to uncover. Someone inside the hotel, right? Exactly. Without help from the inside, a stranger could never target someone this precisely. It's time for Song Qian to tell us everything. Ms. Lin, we're done with your statement. I'll have someone take you back to the hotel to rest. Officer Gu, I can't stay at that hotel anymore. I'm scared to even go back for my luggage. I used to think things like this only happened far away from ordinary people. Who would have thought it could happen in a glamorous 5-star hotel? I understand. I'll have a female officer go with you to collect your belongings. Ms. Lin, where are you staying next? I booked another hotel less than 500 meters from your station. I can practically hear the police sirens from there. Hello, Ms. Lin. I'm the general manager of Shenghua Hotel. My name is Zhao. I'm very sorry to disturb you. What do you want? It's about what happened to you at our hotel. Our corporate leadership is taking this very seriously. To express our apology, I'm downstairs right now and would like to apologize in person. Apologize? The police are handling everything now. Whatever you have to say it to them. I have nothing to discuss with you. Ms. Lin, please don't hang up yet. If this goes through the legal system, it could take a very long time, and that process could be exhausting for you personally. What, is Shenghua Hotel worried you can't handle the heat? We're thinking about you. You're a single young woman caught up in a criminal case. If word gets out, it could affect your reputation. Mr. Zhao, are you seriously trying to pressure me with my reputation? You're saying if this blows up, I'll be scared people will drag my name through the mud? You're taking it the wrong way. We're sincerely trying to resolve this. Classic PR pressure tactic. Too bad pressure doesn't work on me. Fine, I'll come downstairs. Let's see how sincere you really are. You two must be Mr. Zhao and the PR director. Ms. Lin, you've been through a lot. Please, have a seat. Your caramel latte is still hot. You look a little pale. I'm sure you barely slept last night. We truly are sorry. 2 executives came all this way, so get to the point. I'm in a hurry. I appreciate your directness, Ms. Lin, so I'll be direct too. First, we're deeply disturbed by front desk employee Song Qian's illegal actions. We terminated her immediately. To compensate you for the distress, we're offering 100,000 yuan, a full refund for your stay, and free lifetime stays at all of our hotels nationwide. 100,000 yuan and free hotels for life. That's quite an offer. But Mr. Zhao, this confidentiality clause is brutal. It says in black and white that if I sign and take the money, I have to publicly call this a simple financial dispute, and I can never tell the media about the hidden camera. Your front desk sold my ID information like merchandise. A scammer used your master key to open my door in the middle of the night. There was a camera aimed right at my bed. And you think 100,000 yuan makes a criminal case this serious disappear? That's disgusting. Ms. Lin, I understand you're angry, but many things can be negotiated. The camera situation was an oversight, yes. But what do you gain by making this public? Even if Liu Yuan goes to prison, what about your privacy? You spent 3 days in that room. If any footage gets online, it could affect the rest of your life. You're threatening me with my own privacy. Mr. Zhao, you're betting that women are naturally afraid of having their reputation ruined. You think I'll cry, sign the paper, take the money, and quietly make this disappear. Not happening. Mr. Zhao, I recorded everything you just said. If you think 100,000 yuan can buy a woman's safety and dignity, then you've seriously underestimated me. If you're this scared of the hidden camera story getting out, then fine. I'll give you exactly what you're afraid of. Let me be clear. I don't want your dirty money. I'm taking this all the way and I'm going public with the security failures at Shenghua Hotel. Lin Wanwan, aren't you afraid of the video? If even 1 second of my private footage gets leaked, I'll make sure this hotel answers for it. I didn't cave over the 380,000 yuan bill, and I won't cave over a 100,000 yuan payoff either. Mr. Chen, you wanted to see me? Xiaolin, I heard you went on a weekend trip and ran into some trouble at Shenghua Hotel. How did you hear about that? Mr. Zhao from Shenghua called me personally. He said there was a misunderstanding and asked you not to make a big deal out of it. You do realize Shenghua Group is one of our major clients next quarter, worth several million yuan, right? A misunderstanding? Their front desk helped a scammer sell my private information and even planted a hidden camera in my room. That's not a misunderstanding. It's a serious criminal case. Enough, Xiaolin. Criminal case? Mr. Zhao says the cameras malfunctioned, so there's no evidence. At most, this was a security failure. You're smart. They're still offering you the full 100,000 yuan. All you have to do is sign. Mr. Chen, it's not that simple. Xiaolin, we work to make money. Don't let one incident hurt the company's bigger picture. Mr. Chen, a serious criminal case is just one incident to you? Watch your tone. If you refuse to think about the company, we'll have to reconsider your year-end promotion, maybe even your current position. So for a contract worth a few million yuan, I'm just supposed to accept being secretly filmed and treated like something that could be bought and sold? You have 1 day to think it over. If you want a future in this industry, sign the settlement agreement. Ms. Lin, I heard you walked out and rejected Shenghua Hotel's private settlement. Officer Gu, how did you know? They're desperate to buy your silence with 100,000 yuan because they know this is about to blow up. You found new evidence? Yes, our tech team uncovered something major. We recovered this data from Song Qian's office computer and phone. Take a close look. This goes way beyond what happened to you.
Name, Lin Wanwan. Room, 1806. Traveling alone. No male companion seen. Profile, well-dressed, expensive suitcase, spends freely, average level of caution.
This isn't a customer service list, it's a catalog of targets. Song Qian had been leaking guest information for a long time. She specifically picked women traveling alone and sold their information to criminals like Liu Yuan. The notes on spending habits and personality helped him decide who would be easiest to target. That's horrifying. She's a woman too, and she was willing to treat other women like merchandise over 380,000 yuan in sales. It wasn't just about sales. Every time Liu Wen successfully scammed someone or carried out whatever he was planning, he paid his helpers a generous cut. And police found something else. Song Qian wasn't the only insider. Come with me. Manager Zhou, after everything we found, are you still going to call this a system glitch? We found the hidden camera, and the cybercrime unit has taken over. This is not a simple employee violation. It's an organized criminal operation. If you knowingly keep hiding information, you're looking at criminal liability, not just an internal write-up. Officer Gu, I'll talk. The security footage didn't disappear because of a malfunction. Then how was it erased, and when? 10 minutes before you asked to see it. The system logs show someone used top-level administrator access, entered the secure surveillance room on the 4th floor, and forcibly wiped the main drive containing the previous 72 hours. The 4th floor surveillance room? Yes. It's a restricted administrative area. Only a few security supervisors have both the physical key and top-level system access. Song Qian is just a front desk clerk. She could never get in there on her own. Officer Gu, that means there's another insider at the hotel. Someone higher up than Song Qian and much better hidden. Someone with top-level security access. That insider gave Liu Yuan the master key at 2 a.m., helped him avoid patrols, and got the camera installed by your bed. Then, when police showed up, the same person killed the surveillance system and tried to destroy the evidence. No wonder Liu Yuan smirked at me before getting into the police car. He knew his backup was still inside. He thought if the footage vanished, he'd walk away clean. Not a chance. Even if they smashed that drive to pieces, the cybercrime team can recover traces from the underlying system data. If you did it, you left a trail. This case has completely changed. It's not isolated. We're looking at an organized, premeditated group targeting women traveling alone. Ms. Lin, think carefully. When you checked in 3 days ago, what exactly did you say? 3 days ago, Song Qian was really friendly. She asked if I wanted an extra room key. Ms. Lin, are you staying alone? Would you like an extra key card? I was exhausted and didn't think anything of it. I just said, no, it's just me, 1 card is enough. Exactly. That totally ordinary answer was what set the whole thing in motion. Because that told them I was alone. No travel partner, no family visiting, and plenty of time where no one would notice anything. Look at how Song Qian reported you to Liu Yuan. Liu, we've got a big one. Woman in room 1806, traveling alone. Looks like she has money. Not too cautious. Could be worth targeting. That's my ID photo right below it. Yes, she abused her access to the check-in system and secretly photographed your ID. My ID. My most sensitive personal information. She took it in broad daylight and sold it to a scammer like I was merchandise. After Liu Yuan got your photo and check-in details, he didn't move right away. To convincingly play your husband, he needed more than your name and ID number. For 3 days, he followed you around the hotel and outside, using bought-off insiders and camera blind spots to track your routine. I was relaxed these past few days. I never noticed a thing. He was careful. He mapped your routes and studied your habits. He wasn't just gathering details to play the role of your husband. He was also confirming that you really were alone. He was assessing the risk before making his move. So for 3 days, whether I was shopping, eating, or even sleeping in my own room, someone was hiding nearby, watching everything. He tracked what I drank when I went out, then used those details to build a fake husband identity. That's terrifying. Why was he confident enough to make the scam this big? Was Chen Jing, the earlier victim, followed the same way? Even worse, Liu Yuan admitted during questioning that he chose you and set the amount at 380,000 yuan because you seemed respectable and image-conscious. In their slang, they call that thin-skinned. You dress well and have a respectable job. To him, that made you the type of professional who'd hate being publicly humiliated. He assumed that if he waved a huge bill and fake wedding photos around, then hinted you cheated, the crowd would pressure you into paying just to make it stop. He weaponized social bias and public shame to trap you. But he got one thing wrong. He underestimated how calm you'd stay. He thought you'd react like his other victims and either break down or give in. When he grabbed my wrist, I was scared. But I'm stubborn about one thing. No one gets to take away my identity or decide who I am. Officer Gu, have you identified the insider who deleted the footage? We've narrowed it down and we're cross-checking access logs. But while reviewing exterior cameras, we found something even more disturbing. If Liu Wen had managed to drag you out of that lobby, the consequences could have been disastrous. Ms. Lin, a car was waiting for you in Shenghua Hotel's underground garage that day. A car? It was parked by a camera blind spot on level B2. If you'd given in, or Liu Yuan dragged you out claiming you were just a married couple fighting, they planned to put you straight into that car. The plates were fake, and the VIN had been filed off. To the traffic camera system, that car was a ghost. The worst part was what we found inside. Strong prescription sleeping pills. Once the doors locked, they could have forced you to take them. A red scarf could cover your eyes, silence you, or restrain your hands. And those unopened prepaid SIM cards were meant to help them avoid being tracked while moving you. If I'd been just a little weaker that day, if those people in the lobby had pushed me outside, you might have disappeared completely. I would have lost all my freedom and had no control over what happened to me. And to everyone else, I just looked like a woman who ran off after fighting with her husband. Maybe even someone who skipped out on a 380,000 yuan hotel bill. Exactly. That's what made the setup so effective. They were using society's assumptions against their victims. Ms. Lin, go back and wait for updates. We promise we'll get you answers. Where else? Where else could there be cameras? Under the bed? Nothing. Is someone still watching me? Wanwan! Wanwan, are you in there? Open the door, it's Mom. It's okay. You're safe. Mom's here. Whatever happens, I'll face it with you. Those awful people messed with my daughter. I'm going to make sure they answer for every bit of it. Ever since you called me that day, I've been worried sick. You said the police were involved and you were safe, but I couldn't sit at home doing nothing. I took the earliest train I could. I needed to see with my own eyes that you were okay. I'm okay now, Mom. Drink some soup first. Look how pale you are. You haven't eaten a proper meal in days, have you? Mom, did I do something wrong? Maybe I shouldn't have carried such an expensive suitcase dressed so noticeably or traveled alone. Don't think like that, Wanwan. The police told me the front desk leaked my information, and the notes said I spent freely. Don't blame yourself. You wear nice clothes because you worked hard and earned that money. You travel alone because you're independent. Wanting to see the world is a strength. There's nothing wrong with you. The problem is the people who chose to hurt you. Since when are decent people supposed to blame themselves for not being careful enough while criminals get a pass for what they do? The clerk who sold your information was wrong. The scammer was wrong. That hotel failed you. You were a paying guest. That never made you fair game. Wanwan, don't be afraid. Whatever happens, I'm with you. You did nothing wrong. Keep your head up. Mom, for a moment I really thought maybe I'd caused this somehow. Don't think that way. You didn't let them scare you into giving up. You held on until the police came and you protected yourself. Now I'm here, and we'll see this through together. Mom, you're right. Liu Yuan tried to use that 380,000 yuan bill and a fake husband story to publicly destroy me. And that hotel is no better. They actually tried to pay you 100,000 yuan to keep quiet forever. And it's not just them. People online are probably still making up nasty rumors about me right now. But I did nothing wrong. They're the ones who should be losing sleep. Lin Wanwan, something happened. Someone uploaded a maliciously edited video online and the internet is exploding over it. You need to be prepared. Okay, I understand, Officer Gu. I've never been married, I don't know him. Wanwan, I know you're mad, but my relatives really did need a ride. We're married now and all my money is on that bride price card. Pay the bill and we'll go home. Come on, Lou. The wedding just ended and you left your bride there alone. Anybody would be upset. Mom, did you hear that? This video was viciously edited to push one side of the story. Every second of me questioning Liu Yuan in the hotel lobby was cut out. Some young women take a huge bride price, throw a fancy wedding, then turn around and refuse to pay the 380,000 yuan hotel balance. The police even had to get involved. What a waste of public resources. Oh my God, this woman is unbelievable, sitting on her suitcase like she doesn't give a damn. That guy looks so honest too. He keeps calling her Wanwan and trying to calm her down. Someone dig into her background, bet she's seeing another guy. What is wrong with these people? They don't even know what happened, and whoever posted that video is seriously twisted. Wanwan, don't read it. I'm making an account right now and I'm answering every single one of them. My daughter did nothing wrong. Why should you have to take this? Mom, don't waste your time arguing with people who are being used as someone else's mouthpiece. It won't help. Wanwan, whatever you do, don't check the work group chat and don't come to the office. That video has gone viral. Someone posted your real name and workplace. This morning, someone even sent a funeral wreath to the front desk. What the hell? How can people be this cruel? HR got dozens of anonymous complaints saying you're promiscuous and only landed clients by using your looks. VP Chen is furious. He says you damaged the company's reputation, and HR is drafting your termination notice. They're even threatening to sue you for reputational damages. Wanwan, you've worked yourself to the bone at this job for 3 years, staying late all the time. And now, when something this serious happens, they don't protect you. They smear you and fire you instead. They're trying to crush you. They want to fire me to force me to bow my head. They want rumors to destroy my name. Fine, I'll quit before they can fire me. Wanwan, what are you gonna do? Before they finish that termination notice, I'm going to show the whole company exactly how ugly these executives really are. To everyone at the company, I'm Lin Wanwan. Regarding today's anonymous rumors and malicious attacks against me, I reported the matter to police immediately. Attached is a high-resolution scan of the official case receipt. VP Chen, to secure the deal with Shenghua Hotel Group, you told me to hide evidence of serious criminal activity and asked me to think of the bigger picture. So here's my answer, in front of the entire company. My safety and my name are worth more than your multi-million yuan contract. I want no part of a company that bows to criminals and trades employee dignity for profit. I am terminating my employment. See you in court. Mom, I've finally dropped all that baggage. Now it's time to deal with the blind trolls and vultures online. They thought cutting out every clip of me fighting back would be enough to publicly shame me. But Mom, they forgot something. While I sat on that suitcase for 20 minutes waiting for the police, I wasn't exactly doing nothing. What did you do? I was recording audio the whole time. What I'm exporting right now is the full 8-minute high-quality recording from that day. I just made a new video account. Wanwan, what are you going to write? I'm going straight at the holes in their story. I'm Lin Wanwan, the woman in the video accused of denying her husband and skipping out on the bill. I have 3 things to say about that defamatory video, and I'm attaching the full unedited audio, which police have already collected as key evidence. Good. Put the whole truth out there. First, I do not know Liu Yuan. I am unmarried, and I have never held a wedding at Shenghua Hotel. The video was maliciously edited and hid a crucial exchange. Open the audio below at 2:15 and listen to how this man who claims to be my husband answers me. I asked, "If we're married, where's our marriage certificate? Show me." Liu Yuan said, "It's back home." Then I asked, "What's my dad's name?" He had no answer. So I said, "You're supposedly my husband, and you don't even know my father's name?" Exactly, that recording is rock solid. Now turn the question back on those commenters. So let me ask everyone. A man says he held a 200-person wedding with me 2 days ago, yet he can't name the bride's parents. Does that sound like a normal married couple having an argument? What's point 2? Second, the hotel clerk in the video, Song Qian, is now under police investigation for allegedly assisting fraud and leaking guest information. She never verified any marriage documents before helping the suspect pressure me in public. After police arrived, she even tried to destroy evidence by claiming the security cameras were broken. Why would a clerk at a 5-star hotel help a scammer? Because she wanted that 380,000 yuan charged toward her sales target. Third, and most important, this was never just a money dispute. It was a planned attempt to abduct and control a single woman. Liu Yan's relatives back home never existed. The highway he claimed to be using to drive them was closed that day. Investigators found a hidden camera in my room, 1806, and a getaway car in the garage with sleeping pills and fake plates. If I'd given in to public pressure yesterday, I might have been drugged, locked in that car, and never made it home. So here's what I want everyone to remember. When a strange man points at a woman in public and says, "That's my wife," don't just assume he's telling the truth. Don't let bias become a criminal's best weapon. I've had every defamatory video about me legally preserved as evidence. See you in court. Mom, it's posted, and I just spent 10,000 yuan to boost it straight to the top. Good, let's see what they have to say now. Mom, look, a few paid trolls are still pushing the story, saying the audio could be fake. Wanwan, read this one. That recording gave me chills. He doesn't even know his father-in-law's name, and we're supposed to believe he's her husband. Give me a break. This gets scarier the more you think about it. If she hadn't stayed so calm and sharp, everyone would have assumed it was just a couple fighting and let him drag her away. I'm sorry, girl, I cursed you out under that other video. I owe you a huge apology. Is Shenghua Hotel serious? Their front desk was helping a scammer? What single woman would ever feel safe staying there now? Boycott Shenghua Hotel! Find out who filmed and posted that smear video. This is great, Wanwan. The comments that were attacking you have completely flipped. Lin Wanwan, nicely done. The department heads just watched your response. They said you handled it with courage and brains, and you basically gave the public a crash course in legal awareness while you were at it. Officer Gu, I just refuse to swallow that kind of humiliation. Did you find out who posted the malicious video? Cybercrime traced the IP address. You were right. It wasn't some random bystander. We followed the money trail, and it led straight to the hotel's PR department. I refused that 100,000 yuan coffee, and they immediately went for the throat. They tried to win the narrative first, paint me as a gold digger, and cover up much more serious crimes inside the hotel. Exactly. But it was a stupid move. It blew up in their faces. Because you fought back so hard, the entire internet is watching Shenghua Hotel now, and the board is in full panic mode. Lin Wanwan, get ready. We've closed in on the big insider in hotel security. Understood, Officer Gu. The big insider at Shenghua Hotel, Assistant Security Manager Wang Hui, was arrested at a highway toll station last night. The criminal network led by Liu Yuan has finally been taken apart. What about Song Qian? Did she talk? Song Qian's case is actually a textbook example of how an ordinary person crosses the line. She worked at that 5-star hotel for 8 years, starting as an intern with a strong accent and eventually becoming a supervisor. 6 months ago, a new regional director imposed brutal KPIs, miss the target, lose the bonus, then lose the job. That month, she was exactly 380,000 yuan short of target. If she couldn't close the gap, losing her job could wreck the down payment and mortgage she'd spent 3 years saving for. Yeah, companies like that just squeeze employees nonstop. But that still doesn't explain why she was so comfortable selling my private information. True. Liu Yuan also gave her a 50,000 yuan cash kickback, but even that wasn't the root of it. Then what was? The real cause was an ugly industry culture hiding behind that polished hotel lobby. An ugly industry culture? Over 8 years, she'd seen too much. Wealthy men checking in with different young women. Wives showing up to catch cheating husbands, only to be taken into a VIP room and quietly paid off. People even slipped staff thousands in tips just to get a woman's hotel records. Years around those shady practices destroyed her moral line. Guests stopped being people to her. They became resources she could use for tips, sales numbers, and profit. In her mind, a well-dressed woman like me clearly had money, so losing a few 100,000 yuan was just the cost of bad luck. She even convinced herself she was simply using the system to make money, like it was perfectly normal. But Song Qian wasn't stupid. Once the lie started moving, she quickly spotted a problem. What problem? She saw that Liu Yuan had a master keycard only Assistant Security Manager Wang Hui should have been able to access, and she noticed something else. The way he stared at you wasn't a scammer looking at a wallet. Then what was it? It was possessive, controlling, and deeply unsettling. That was the moment Song Qian understood the truth. Liu Yuan wasn't just after money. He was after the woman herself. If she knew Liu Yuan planned to sell me, she still had time to call the police. Even if she was too scared, she could have slipped me a note in the lobby. So how could she still help him? Greed and cowardice. By the time she realized the truth, she'd already used the 50,000 yuan deposit to pay her mortgage, and the fake bill was already in the system. You took the money. Ruin my deal now and I'll make sure you regret it. So out of fear, and for 50,000 yuan, she decided sacrificing me was the easiest option. If Liu Yuan had dragged me out of that lobby, Song Qian would have clocked out, collected her bonus, bought the bag she'd been wanting, and made her mortgage payment without a second thought. Worse, she would have convinced herself she had nothing to do with it. Not my fault. That woman was just unlucky. She could have gone her whole life believing she was only an employee following orders. Thankfully, Ms. Lin, you never became their helpless victim. Their plan failed. Officer Gu, how much time could Song Qian get? She may have been an accomplice, but she knowingly helped a fraud. Even if the crime wasn't completed, the court is not going to treat that lightly. Someone who throws away her conscience for money? I don't forgive her. I never will. Officer Gu, thank you. Without you, I might have lost my freedom completely. It's our job. Next, we'll make sure every one of them answers for what they did in court. Wanwan, have some roasted sweet potato. I just bought it. Lin Wanwan. You probably thought he was just a ruthless scammer after money or maybe a trafficker. Isn't that exactly what he is? No. Liu Yuan is something rarer and more dangerous. A social engineering con artist. A social engineering con artist? He's not the usual criminal who stalks someone, uses brute force, or drugs them and physically abducts them. His real weapon is getting the crowd to do the work for him. We checked the two women in the lobby too. They weren't relatives at all. He hired them as actors for 500 yuan a day. He hired actors? Right. The scariest thing about Liu Yuan is how convincingly he plays the normal husband. Once he labels it a private family matter, bystanders start buying his story for him. 2 years earlier, at a downtown office tower. Babe, you're still mad at me? Who are you? I don't know you! When the woman cried for help, Liu Yuan didn't grab her. He turned to her co-workers watching nearby. Sorry you all have to see this. We had a fight over wedding money and she blocked me everywhere. I've been standing out here in the wind for 4 hours just to apologize. Come on, Lee. Your boyfriend went this far for you. He's obviously trying. Exactly. Couples fight. Don't make a scene in public. Just go home with him. Her co-workers stood there and watched a total stranger lead her away. In their minds, they were just helping a couple work things out. If she hadn't fought like hell, broken free, run back into the lobby, and clung to the security gate for dear life, Liu Yuan would have shoved her into a black car right in front of everyone, claiming he was just taking his girlfriend home to talk. Even more disturbing was a case 1 year ago in the ER of a city hospital in another province. I'm the husband of the woman in bed 3. I already paid her medical bill. She's stubborn. She's this sick and still ran off because she's mad at me. I want to transfer her to a better hospital in the city. He posed as family and tried to remove a sick woman who barely had the strength to resist. When the nurse went to verify his story, she denied knowing him, right? The woman weakly shook her head over and over, saying, I don't know him. Liu Yuan immediately burst into tears and calmly revealed private medical information, that she was allergic to a specific antibiotic. It's all my fault. I lost money on an investment, and now she refuses to admit I'm her husband. I'll sell everything I own if that's what it takes to get her better. If her doctor hadn't insisted on seeing an original marriage certificate or household registration before allowing discharge, Liu Yuan would have wheeled her right out of the hospital in front of the entire staff. He's insane. No, he's more dangerous than that, because he's coldly rational and understands people. His old methods could get victims away, but couldn't instantly cut them off from everyone they knew. So with you, he tried an upgraded version. The fake 380,000 yuan wedding bill was the first smokescreen. If I refused to pay and he dragged me away, everyone would see me as a deadbeat bride pretending not to know her husband to dodge a huge bill. Then if I disappeared, the internet wouldn't feel sorry for me. They'd assume I ran away because I was guilty. Exactly. But what if you'd paid just to get out of there? If I paid, I'd be using my own money to publicly confirm the identity he'd forced on me, Liu Yuan's wife. Right. Once everyone accepted that identity, drugging you and putting you in the car downstairs would look almost normal. Even if police checked later, the cameras would only show a newlywed woman settling the bill and leaving calmly with her husband. Don't worry, the evidence chain is complete. Fake chat logs, AI-generated wedding photos, the hidden camera in room 1806, and the car with fake plates. He showed us every card he had and built the case against himself. How long could he get? Attempted fraud, unlawful deprivation of personal freedom, illegal use of personal information, and preparation for a serious violent crime. Stack those charges together, and he's looking at a very long prison sentence. Officer Gu, I want to see it with my own eyes. I want to see Liu Yuan, Song Qian, and that hotel insider standing at the defense table one by one answering to the law. Wanwan, look at Liu Yuan on the far right. Where'd all that cool confidence go? The guy who thought he could play everyone in that hotel lobby looks pretty different now. Mom, this is a courtroom. Evidence is all that matters here. Their tricks don't work anymore. Your Honor, the prosecution presents its first key piece of evidence. This digital forensic report was issued by the Provincial Evidence Lab. The so-called WeChat messages Liu Yuan used to fool bystanders were fabricated. Not only was the account fake, but the login IP traced directly to a backup phone belonging to Liu Yuan himself. And there's more. Regarding the highly convincing wedding photo, the prosecution calls a cyber forensics expert. Your Honor, facial landmark testing and lighting analysis show obvious pixel warping and AI blending around the face. This is not a real photograph. It is an AI-generated deepfake created from photos taken from the victim's social media. Oh my God, even the wedding photo was an AI face swap. That's terrifying. Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to play Exhibit 7. Cybercrime recovered this footage from the underlying data of a hard drive that had been forcibly reformatted in Shenghua Hotel's security room. He used the master key card Wang Hui gave him to enter the victim's room, then sat by the bed and installed this hidden camera. Defendant Song Qian, in light of this evidence, do you have anything to say? I'm sorry, I really am. I didn't know he planned to put a camera in the room. I just thought, she's only one woman. She had such expensive luggage. She looked rich. I thought 380,000 yuan wouldn't mean that much to her. What kind of logic is that? Being rich means you deserve to get scammed? I didn't want any of this. I was 380,000 yuan short of my target that month. I just wanted to keep my job, earn a little kickback, and pay my mortgage. I never thought it would go this far. Just one woman. Worst case, she loses some money. Song Qian, for your bonus and your numbers, you knowingly pushed another woman toward danger and helped the people doing it. Those tears are only for yourself. All rise. The court will now deliver its verdict. Defendant Liu Yuan is sentenced to 7 years in prison. Defendant Song Qian, as an accomplice, is sentenced to 5 years. Defendant Wang Hui is sentenced to 5 years. Ms. Lin, justice didn't stop at the courtroom. What do you mean? I just got word that Shenghua Hotel received a massive regulatory fine, lost its star rating, and now faces a long shutdown and mandatory overhaul. That's the price for letting serious wrongdoing happen under its roof. And VP Chen from your old company, the one who pressured you to sign an NDA, is now under investigation for commercial bribery. He was taken in this morning. That's amazing, Wanwan. Wanwan, it's windy. Are you cold? Mom, I'm fine. Honestly, this wind feels like it's finally blowing away the cloud that's been hanging over me for 3 months. Ms. Lin, I used to work the front desk at Shenghua Hotel. It's her. There's a physical backup in the 4th floor security room. Ms. Lin, I'm sorry to bother you. I quit. I couldn't stand working there anymore. I'm sorry. I knew Song Qian was lying that day, but I was too scared to speak up. I was afraid I'd lose my job, and even more afraid of Wang Hui and the others. I've had nightmares every night for months. If I didn't apologize to you, I'd never be able to live with myself. For someone who had spent years at the bottom of a toxic workplace, finding the courage to tell even half the truth at the last possible moment took everything she had. Ms. Lin, that day in the hotel lobby, you faced a 380,000 yuan bill, while strangers all around you judged you. A lot of people online said that if they had been trapped in that kind of public humiliation, they might have paid just to escape. Where did you find the courage to sit on that suitcase and refuse to give in? Because I knew that if I gave in and paid, the real price wouldn't be 380,000 yuan. It could have been my life. You're saying paying would have made you less safe? Was the money really the scariest part of his scam? No. The terrifying part is that if a man points at a woman in public and says, "She's my wife," people may let him define who she is. No knife, no rope. He just uses bias about private family matters to drag a woman away in broad daylight. Once she's labeled the wife, even her screams can be dismissed as a tantrum. So he was exploiting social trust and everyday assumptions to pull off what looked like a perfectly normal abduction? Exactly. He found a dangerous blind spot in society. People brush things off with, "It's a family matter," and label women as emotional or dramatic. To him, single women were targets whose identities could be rewritten with one convincing lie. If I'd given in that day, then every hotel stay, every trip outside, every encounter with a stranger would have brought me right back to that moment. I would have lived in fear. I refuse to let them take that from me. What you're saying is powerful. This was never just a dispute over a hotel bill. It was a coordinated attack on a woman's identity and safety. Ms. Lin, your courage didn't just save you. It gave hope to countless women who have felt trapped and unheard. We also understand that Ms. Chen Jing, who was targeted by Liu Yuan with the same method 3 years ago, is here with us today. Ms. Lin, now that you're here, what's the one message you most want people to take away? I want everyone to understand this. No person and no social rule has the right to take away a woman's control over her own body or identity. Family matters can never be a cover for crime, and that's just how society sees it, should never hang over independent women like a sword.